everybody, and welcome to the delightful first episode of Case 2.
It's our class trial! So it's finally starting. The class trial where our hopes and the killer's hope will finally clash. But it's alright. Either way, hope will win in the end. I can't unsee the eye black.
How good his eyeliner is?
Yes. Now then, let's go prove it. What's he so excited about?
There's no reason to respond to a guy like that. Anyway, we should start heading over. At the trial field where Musclekuma is waiting, I have to make my case there.
There is no escape.
There is no escape. We have no choice but to press forward. Now then, let us go. As we talked amongst ourselves, we left the beach house and Mahiru's body. Now here's the thing. My question...
Hi, Mac.
Right now, we can spend like 5 minutes to pace out our current thoughts and who we think it is. One, I think Hiyoko's clearly a red herring.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to have been there and looked in, but she was hiding in the closet, saw it, ran away crying. I think Fuyuhiko
is the most obvious.
And it seems like it's getting for him, and it is only the second class trial, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, yeah, it's him. But it seems really obvious. The other options, really, to me, are... Ibuki was with us. Chiaki
Well, Ibuki was with us after, because we didn't get to the restaurant until 3.
It might be Chiaki, and she wanted us to figure it out like you said earlier. Or one of the girls is secretly also sparkling justice. And so once they figured out that, like, I'm thinking of, like, in my head, I'm thinking right now, Chiaki's gonna be sparkling justice, and that's the wrench they're gonna throw in there. And she wants all murderers to be caught, right? And so she's been around helping everybody figure everything out.
So did she just go over and kill Fuyuhiko then?
Maybe. Maybe she wanted to figure out the truth. But we'll see. But that's where my head's leading me, is either Fuyuhiko or Chiaki are really my top 2 suspects.
I think the only thing that might lead it to be Chiaki, aside from the Sparkling Justice thing, is if she actually did play it first, and she gave it to Fuyuhiko to throw us off.
I don't think so, because we saw Fuyuhiko with it, and we saw Chiaki, like, outside when we walked out. Yeah. And then we saw Mahiru closer. So, I don't know. I don't know the timeline, though. It could be true.
And I'm guessing we're just going to ignore the Akane Nekomaru thing.
I think that's another red herring.
No, let me go! Help me! Oh, he's gonna do something crazy to me. I'll be ruined!
Hey, shut up and stay put, you stubborn little Lolita!
Hey, stop harassing little girls! What is going on?
Hiyoko was trying to run away, so Monokuma brought her here by force. But Hyoko's still trying to run away, so Monokuma's trying to wrap her up in a full Nelson. Hey, if you don't stay put, I'm gonna make you a part of this island's food chain.
Stop.
Jeez, making me waste my sweet-ass time. But there's another problem to deal with besides this one. Where the heck is Fuyuhiko? That guy, he totally ditched my appointment. He pisses me off.
Monokuma? His anger changed his form!
To be clear, still not my type. I'm right here. Uh-huh.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
The hips are what's throwing me. He
He's
still has the same baby body.
Except he's got a little, like, vein down there that you could barely see on the white side.
If I see it. Oh, Uh-oh.
My brain can't comprehend.
His belly button is bigger than any single ab.
Fuyuhiko, you came. I was worried about you.
There's nowhere for me to run anyway, so no matter the ending, I have to accept it, right? But still, I'm a Yakuza! Accepting defeat is not an option!
Fuyuhiko, what does that mean?
Well, it's all good. If the trial heats up, it's all good! Anyway, looks like everyone's here. So let us depart now.
Alright, Super Saiyan Monokuma.
See ya.
I'll go first and be one step ahead of you guys.
This is
You just watch him like big beefy steps. Boom, 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 boom.
A tear comes to Nekomaru's eye. Crap, I'm not mentally prepared yet. That was 3 of the wrong voices.
Do you even have to prepare?
If you don't have enough power, harness your latent energy. Come on, bring out that energy.
This too
So it
must be
begins.
the will of
The
causality.
beginning of the end. Now then, let's keep our spirits high, so we can one day find that shining hope.
Nagito, sometimes I feel like you're just not in the same place the rest of us are. That's right, I can only... Moving forward is the only option!
On this escalator, yes.
Alright, hello everybody. Usually we talk, but we don't got time. We got a trial to start. Escalator time!
You're so
No matter how many times I see it, it's just such bad taste. The worst, the lowest, the most brutal taste. Somehow I moved my muscles, stiff from fear and nerves, and awkwardly walked onto the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short, and I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock.
It blasted off into space, apparently.
I guess. A rumbling sound filled the room, and the surrounding space began to fall. As it shook with a clatter, the elevator we were inside continued to drop. Throughout that drop, I was fluctuating between feeling hope and despair.
I wonder if the placement between all the trials is the same. Because you can see there's a huge gap where
No,
Byakuya...
it is. Byakuya never came to a trial.
That makes sense, yeah. Or where Teru Teru was.
Teru and Mahiru
Yep.
were the two missing from here. It did in the last one too. They'll all stay in the same place and they'll just drop like fries.
Drop like fries.
Yeah,
Do you drop your fries a lot?
in my belly.
As if my heart was a rotten fruit.
As if my heart was a rotten fruit swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. I suddenly stopped breathing. And then I started again because I didn't want to die. But still,
Yeah, let me just black out for this trial. You guys can handle it.
my consciousness began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs. And after a while, the elevator's vibrations gradually weakened. And then it stopped altogether.
Aim. Defeat the boring routine.
So
I've decided to start redecorating. How's it look? Mr. Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it? It's not like I'd allow you to think otherwise anyway.
that is...
To go to the trouble of doing something this elaborate, really, what is your true intention?
No,
Nothing
no.
really. Essentially, this killing game is just to kill time anyway.
Kill time?
To break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose. A purpose is only going to be a weakness. Those who have purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts!
It's starting. The class trial is starting. Mahiru Koizumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. Most importantly, she was always straightforward.
Most importantly, she's dead.
The person that killed her. is Among Us, a hit game that came out like 2 years ago, but really picked up in the summer of
And their sloth killed her.
I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it, but... Regardless, we need to find the answer. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Because it's the only way. Aside from finding out who the killer is, there is no other way for us to survive. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing you with hope and despair, has begun!
You ready for some mini-games?
Shoot, we forgot to buy!
You were so gung-ho.
Well, who needs skill points anyway? They're stupid. Skill points are stupid.
We're just gonna rely on Gale's ability to rock these mini-games.
Yep, I've forgotten how all of them play.
You didn't know the first time, let's be frank.
Yeah.
Now then,
Oh, this
let's
is gonna be
begin
so
with
bad.
us during the class
Yes,
trial.
yes,
If
we've
you
done
vote
it,
correct,
the wrong
I'll
person. This
punish
is the same
everyone
every class
besides.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
I agree, Monami.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether
Yeah, there's
or
no
not
way
we
that
find
dude's voice like
Mahiru's
that's a high
killer.
schooler.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game.
I wanna be in a fighting game.
You know, like, it turns to you. I feel like I'd like to be the protagonist in a game about murders.
No, is this just foreshadowing that we're all characters in a video game? That again, Danganronpa 2 was a bunch of...
Matrix stuff?
Yep, Matrix stuff.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
The characters in the game are Girl A, Girl B, Girl C,
Girl D.
Girl E, and Boy F. And the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. First character, the girl control was Girl A. The true identity of Girl A is
Nikon.
Mikon.
I see! Girl A is probably Mikon Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty,
Good to say, that's the exact
trashy
same
pig
phrase.
shit.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
Girl B. Yep.
I see!
The one who died!
Girl B was short and
Kyoko!
foul-mouthed.
You actually died, but
She's
then you came back to
probably
life!
Kyoko.
How did it happen?
I possessed the baseball bat.
Foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
I see!
Good thing we discussed this beforehand.
Yeah.
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
The appropriate response,
I
Deputy.
am both of them.
Let's move on to Girl D.
Oh yes, Girl D. Mahiru.
I see!
Okay, I'll be honest about something.
Girl D is Mahiru.
There was
The
something
victim
that I
in this
really
case.
wanted to do for the effect of the show,
Yeah,
but I couldn't find a way to tell you something quietly while we were recording.
yeah.
I was hoping that while we were playing the game second time, you would start doing the voice of Girl D as Mahiru instead of me. But there wasn't enough time because she never came up again.
Yep.
Yeah,
Would've been
that's
cool.
correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
It was Monokuma.
Yeah, Monokuma.
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Oh, he knows.
Another person?
It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
I don't know, Nekomaru. Maybe because
There
there
were
were
two
two Kuzuryus.
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. And also, I love Mahiru's portrait just right now.
I can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
Little sister is my trigger!
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
Also matches the way
It's
Fuyuhiko
pretty
talks.
clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other
Nagito!
Kuzuryu, play?
Nagito, there's a proper
You
way
probably
to...
noticed,
you
right?
gotta ease into this. You can't just be like, and what did she do? Die. I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I can see being Fuyuhiko's little sister is a high school girl who died at the beginning.
I see.
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister. Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality.
Yeah, we've noticed. He's creepy. Just move on.
Winning personality? Are
Don't.
you praising me?
You don't need to inject creepy. You're getting to it. You were doing really well at moving this along. Just get back to
I
it.
was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister.
Had.
Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
Except you saw the picture.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive. Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die
Oh, so he has to try to
I'd have
prove
fucking killed her myself a long time
the
ago.
game isn't real so that he can say it wasn't him.
I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off.
Oh, because she was giving
It happened just the other day.
Girl D so much trouble.
That. You're
Yeah, she was
probably
making fun of
thinking about
Mahiru,
that
yeah.
because you lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based
True
on true
bullet
events,
photographs?
huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
It's gotta be Chiaki. Doesn't it feel that way?
I know, but
I know.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
I wish it was you!
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko.
Or maybe they'll throw a curveball and, like, it actually is Hiyoko, and it's just like, oh. Yeah. We made it that obvious because you wouldn't believe it was that obvious.
Or
but
maybe
it is
we're
that
just
obvious.
willing to disappoint Nagito and, actually have it be Fuyuhiko.
Yeah. My heart's telling me one thing, but my brain's telling me another, and it's hard.
And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's
So if he believes that it wasn't real, would he have acted on it?
That's just a
But-
story in a fucking game.
There's images.
I know.
And he had them.
If so, then girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
What do you mean, Ibuki?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
That's it, Akane.
What the heck? Is that a wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or
He
Suzuki.
always looks like he's gonna clench his fist and suddenly one of those Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle decks is gonna appear on his arm.
Whatever really is Gundam. Like, it just comes out of nowhere.
It
Gundam!
was actually the hamsters.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Mono me?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
She's just so cheesy, I can't tell if she's sarcastic.
Definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why girl E was killed.
The reason Girlie was killed, I should be able to assume why based on the content of the game. Because Girlie was the killer.
Yep, she kinda confessed it.
The reason girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means girl E was killed as revenge.
I
for
wonder
the
if
dead
the
high
broken
school
window
girl.
is gonna be the window in the bathroom.
What do you think, Fuyuhiko?
Sure.
Apparently girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance.
Good job, Deputy.
You better be our deputy.
Please.
Look, I made a map of the music rooms surrounding.
I think it is they went
which was
across
stage
the
of
windows.
first case.
And then accidentally broke a vase when they came out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it!
See, this is why I don't
Talk
want it
about
to
that
be
later
her.
so we
I
can focus on the
know.
case.
Oh, come on.
I don't want to. I don't care.
Start
Making me
explaining.
wrong. I don't care about being right. I just don't want it to be.
Also,
Chiaki.
get it off his bulge again, please.
Girl A,
No,
Girl B,
don't want a different
Girl
angle of
C,
it.
and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was
I
in
just
front of the
noticed
music room on the
Terry
second floor,
Terry's ex.
and she confirmed that the sound
Yeah.
came from in there.
That's good.
But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office. And when the five of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head.
Slightly different than in the game.
Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
Games.
Games?
Wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girlie was waiting outside the music
so Girlie
room with
faked the
other girls
swimsuit.
after she killed the first
Yeah, I mean, it's her
victim.
Is the swimsuit also going to be relevant?
The swimsuit didn't show up, like it was just missing, but it's her swimsuit. She could have just had it on her and said it was missing and nobody would have checked her for it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Did she lock the music
But is that
room
also going to be like a point of evidence in the real world one?
totally needed the key from the office.
I mean, it was a truth bullet, but I don't know.
Which means Girlie was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a
Thanks,
spare
plot
key.
You can
Nagito.
lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girlie broke the window and escaped and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girlie, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then, what did Girlie do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first! Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum.
Broken base photo.
Alright. What are my buttons again?
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music.
1 second. Y is to fire. And then... Okay, cool.
And B is fast forward.
And escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room? To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall...
In other ones, there's like it shows you how many are in the loop, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the entrance hall, the girls
This one just has a line.
heard the sound of the window shattering.
Oops. That's not what I meant. Broken vase.
No,
instead of
that's
window.
wrong.
Yep.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
A vase. Thank you.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the
Base.
murder,
Vase.
a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the four girls heard wasn't the music room's window.
So when was the glass
It
broken?
was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the four girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the four girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the four of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too. I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Well, she said she choked her. Then she had to finish it. Probably
The
something with
fishbowl?
a fish tank.
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march.
That is the
so
exact
you gotta
feeling
stick with it to
of
the
when
end.
you're DMing and you're like, you guys want to figure out the rest of the mystery you guys didn't get? No, we already beat it. But
We beat the big bad guy, but I have all this interesting backstory and world building!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to
Oh
shit.
my god.
Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional.
The fish tank.
The answer was revealed in the game, though.
The fish tank?
Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
can you say fish tank?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game!
It was the swimsuit.
If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it! I'll do it! I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Now then, there's something I need to tell you regarding white noise and non-stop debates. Durable, won't actually destroy them in one shot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with a silencer, but unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise will appear at... You get the gist, right? It appears the debate is getting tougher, so I've obtained some very useful information. I heard there's a guy named Gun something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer.
Gundam?
Yeah. Was I out of line just now? Well then, good luck and have fun!
You know where the controls?
Oh, that one's easy. You just press A to fire the silencer thing.
Okay.
Broken fish tank!
Press A.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Wait, so it's not the fish tank?
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
Oh! Did she wrap?
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
I'm just gonna confirm the broken fish
What
tank.
about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Nope. Well, you're saying attacking someone with a fish tank.
Damn it!
Looks like I made a mistake. Okay.
A weapon inside the music room,
Escape route.
Stolen
broken
swimsuit probably had
glass?
that blood on it.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Then she attacked
something
her
else
with
in
the
the
fish
photo?
tank.
That's too big to be.
We can look it up. I mean, it doesn't look like much to me, but it's a blow to the head, sure.
I think we go with swimsuit and saying they use the swimsuit to cover the blood. Oh, actually, what is that below the deck? Below the stage?
I don't know what you're looking at.
It's like a pipe, it's like a bluish pipe below there.
Yeah, scooch closer. There's a thing, sure. We can throw that out there. Just tell me when to
Then
shoot.
the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
I still think the best option is using the swimsuit to hide the bloodstain.
It's on that big a scale
But that doesn't
too?
disprove or prove anything they're saying, though.
How about
True.
beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death,
Oh!
it should have had blood
I
stains.
know what it is.
What?
They put the rocks
Was
inside the
there a weapon
swimsuit
with
and turns
blood
into a
stains on
weapon. Like how you put
She beat her
change
to
into
death
a
with
sock
her
and
fist.
swing it over your head.
Oh! Gotcha.
A weapon inside the music
Interesting.
room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of
Sock
death
full
a
of
blow to
nickels?
the... Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation
So we need to confirm the
conducts
gravel.
It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Ah!
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with... She
Try
beat her
this
to
one
death
more
with her fists.
time.
What was the last one that
Weapon
Ibuki
inside
says?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Then she attacked her with...
That's too big
I
to
don't
Then
know.
the piano.
Why are you
And
going
also,
even
that's not me moving
investigation.
the
It's
Reddit.
on
That's
that
just how
big a
it
scale,
moves
too?
normally. It just does this weird
How
thing.
about beating
Okay.
her with gravel instead?
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, you're right, darling. Look at
I'm
you.
a little embarrassed to be that long, honestly, but
Got it.
I would have never got
Claire
it.
must have used
I got
gravel
it.
to attack the victim.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
Good for you.
You're not chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, could make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the Ace Attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
That feels like the game writers patting themselves on the back.
Yeah.
Look how smart we are!
Yeah, it's a little
For the
self-congratulatory.
killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one
Because
stone.
it also hides the
and
bloodstain.
makes people think the killer
And-
is some
yeah.
pervert. It makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved.
More self-congratulatory.
Good job, producers of
Good job,
Danganronpa.
devs.
But the real important
give it up to the
talk
devs.
begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop
I wonder
her,
how that would affect the
and they
relationship
ended
between
up getting
Mahiru
into
and
an
Fujiko.
argument.
And she
If,
felt a
you know,
rush
she was
of
harassing
anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
Do you now, Mikan?
You can?
Ooh.
That's pretty scary.
Maybe your theory that she's actually the serial killer isn't too far off.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E? I see!
I see. When my hair
Should've
point
been.
is twitching,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
means I have the answer. My protagonist sense is tingling.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
Yep.
But Guy F is... What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
Even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that
There's
guy.
another thing I'm thinking that might have been it.
Sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it.
It could have been a mistake.
Hmm.
Hiyoko might have been trying to kill Fuyuhiko and accidentally hit Mahiru instead because she had the mask so she couldn't see properly. And then she put the body up there to make it look like Fuyuhiko.
Maybe.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
They better not be, because they put so much time into
The
it.
game and Mahiru's death are probably related. And actually, there's an important shared point with Girl E and Mahiru's murder. It's the image.
Metal bat.
No. Is it? I was gonna say the photo.
Oh, we can try that, yeah. I would say the metal bat, actually.
No.
Crap!
But the metal bat's stupid.
The metal bat's the part that both of them share.
The pose and the similar weapon
Yeah.
and everything. That's
Yeah,
what
the
they
weapon is
share.
the first part they'll talk about.
But the metal
can
bat's
prove it
just
with
like
this.
lots of people get killed by
I'm not sure the two
bats.
events are unrelated.
It's like a
At the very
common
least, the
method
killer
of
has
beating
definitely
people to
played the
death.
game.
Yeah, but like... It's the game. Come on.
as proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore
And then
that
we can talk about how they were propped up.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles.
It is weird that Hyoko's going so hard on Fuyuhiko if she possibly was there at the crime scene.
And especially if she does not remember.
Well, it doesn't matter what she doesn't remember. She was there. She probably could see.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it has to be Hyoko. I think Hyoko's most likely right now.
And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. But don't you think that'd be too obvious?
You know, it's not a good murder unless there are like 4 different degrees of depth and twists.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
You know, Peko, the fact that it's you defending Fuyuhiko
Says
again.
Isn't that what happened, Hyoko?
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true.
This game is moving. This case is moving really fast.
Which is why it's throwing me off. I don't think it's either of them.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
So we know she was there. Footprints on the beach is the first part of it.
Probably what we're going to do.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru?
And then we can go with the gummy bear.
You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko? Do you know where Hyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
That's...
But I didn't go to the beach house!
There we go.
Okay.
No, that's
Yellow
wrong.
means that you're countering their statement. Blue means you're affirming their
Right,
statement.
got it. You were good at this mini game.
You
For
should have
now.
been at the beach house, Hyoko.
Seriously, I told you I
We saw
did
you
it.
running from
Yeah,
there.
we saw you.
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness.
Huh. They're not Hyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
That's fair.
The footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house, which means when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door
Or the window.
facing the road that Mahiru's body was near?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left, which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hyoko?
Or, counter argument, it means someone went in one door and left the other door. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that a body was covering the first door. It just means they decided to leave a different way.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's 2 doors out of a freaking the living room to, like, the backyard.
Yeah.
You don't always use the
But
same door.
again, the window has to be relevant.
It does, which is why I'm saying that it seems like Hyoko's gonna run away because she sees it, and the actual perpetrator
Went
that
out
they
the
didn't
window
leave-
instead.
Yeah, footprints went out the window.
Ah, I remember now. I remember when I went to the beach house.
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your...
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie?
Oh, Akane.
Ah,
People
Akane.
who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying?
We saw you!
There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Gummy bear. Oh no.
Gummy bear.
Letter on Mahiru?
Yep, letter on Mahiru.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
Alright, which one do you think it is?
Probably never even saw her. So I bet she hand-delivered the note.
But only during my... I didn't go...
Then you didn't meet at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw
Nope.
her?
Damn it!
You did see her.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru
It might be the
at the beach house?
the first one then. Only on my morning walk. Because there was another reason for her to go there.
Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
Let's try that first
I
one.
did go to the beach house,
It feels weird. Okay.
but only during my morning walk.
Sure.
No, that's wrong!
Okay.
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
Place when we come to the beach house, it's like now 2:30. So someone wants to interfere with us. Hiyoko.
That letter! It's the one Mahiru had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now! I totally saw
Thanks,
you!
Soda.
Yeah, we saw you.
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
See. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you
Yeah,
to
it took
have
an hour
witnessed
for a
you.
murder.
Yeah.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal
There's
with it.
anyone that can confirm that.
Just
Very
leave him
suspicious.
alone. It'd be a waste of
Huh.
time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter.
Did someone else write that letter in Hyoko's name?
Really don't know.
Is she really
Oh no.
crying? Or is she
Chiaki wrote the
faking it?
letter.
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along. That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't
Or-
find out.
Mikon wrote the letter and stuffed it into her pocket.
Oh, as a
in
way
the
of
autopsy.
throwing. Huh, as a way of throwing suspicion off someone.
It's possible. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. Because you didn't notice the letter when you looked at the body, but she did.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we also didn't really search
And
the
then
body.
you went
True.
ahead to the beach house. hid yourself in a specific place.
Specific
and
place,
waited
gummy bear.
for Mahi.
There
There's
we go.
evidence for that too.
The only place I can think of where Hiyoko was hiding is probably that place, right? Yeah, the closet.
Here!
Woo! I did it!
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Was Hiyoko in the closet?
My anime hair is tingling.
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the
Man,
floor.
Petco's stepping up this time too.
She's really trying to defend
Your
Fuyuhiko
favorite candy is
and become like new deputy.
correct?
Yeah. Is this just the cycle of supplanting deputies?
We get a new deputy each case.
And it's always the person who became deputy last time?
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a
Because that's where familiars hide. Good witches always keep their
When she
familiars in
saw
closets.
her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift
And
wind.
it took an hour for some
Nope,
reason.
because that's when we do the photo.
Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprint.
I mean, they could have had discussion first, then murder,
And no
then
one,
time to prop the
and
body.
her leaving her footprints as a murderer, she didn't think, maybe I should just obscure my footprints.
Yeah.
We have presented the proof. My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come
They
out.
can't, because they would see the bloodstains.
Trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
Okay, now we're getting
You're
here.
the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Still a leap, but we'll go with it.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
Exactly.
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Could be any one of us. It could be Gundam.
Just say such foolish things. I shall tear you limb from
Oh.
limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between
Gundam?
cultures.
Are you Sparkling
culture
Justice?
Yeah. Is it one of your devas? Was Sparkling Justice a hamster all along?
We guessed that it was the 4
Why don't you
hamsters in a
just
trench
admit it
coat.
already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
It's true that Hiyoko is suspicious, but there's something strange. Something doesn't make sense. We can't help but feel like we're being directed by someone. Pecco's directing us. But that's weird too.
Yeah.
Why would she kill? Unless she's got the hots for Fuyuhiko and this was a thing for love.
Or if, the whole sword fighting
I shall
ability
render my
was
verdict
actually
upon this
the,
mystery's conclusion.
how she was killing people
Hiyoko is the
as Sparkling
sinner who
Justice.
killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
Probably something like the only way.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
Nope, okay.
I shall render my
What else do
verdict
we
upon
have?
this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt.
Oh! It's
You
yellow.
went to
The
the
gummy
beach
bag
house,
she
right?
has doesn't have yellow gummies.
Oh!
That is...
And weren't you also hiding? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled.
At the time, the door was blocked by
I think that's it.
And that's how
I
you
think
left your
it's
footprints.
it's a yellow gummy, but the one she has, the
Yeah.
only color
Render
that's
my verdict
close is
Hiyoko
orange.
is the
Yeah,
sinner who killed
well,
Mahiru.
melon could be yellow.
telling you, it's a trap.
Maybe,
There's
I don't
no
know. I've
doubt.
never... yellow's usually lemon.
Oh
so-
no,
the
but the
beach
other
house,
person
right?
who snacks is our deputy.
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
No, that's wrong.
Gosh,
Great.
remembering the colors of the gummies is
Well,
like...
they also didn't say they had the flavors, not the
Did
colors.
Hiyoko really drop it?
Yeah, but, I mean, you kind of get the gist.
Yeah.
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
Oh,
It's true,
it
Hiyoko
could
likes
be
to eat
a
gummies,
vitamin gummy,
but she only eats
which
a
would pair
specific
with
brand.
all the health drink water.
True.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored.
Huh? That gummy is yellow? Then it's not mine. The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies.
What? That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy.
See? Didn't
That
I
could
tell
be
you?
Peko,
It's
then.
definitely a trap. Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge. I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might.
Is that what you did to Mahiru?
Bitch! You think you're in the village?
Someone bopped her too hard.
Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing
Someone
you
misunderstood
into a corner
bopping.
yet.
Okay, more argument making.
I have no clue what we're gonna be doing.
Autopsy or iron barred window.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints
Yep,
near
it's
the
gonna be
beach house,
the
right?
window.
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it.
What does that mean?
Mahiru blocked the
Mahiru
entrance.
used her last ounce of strength and
Oh no, murder
blocked
photo.
the door to the road. Thanks to her,
I don't think that's an option.
we have the evidence we need.
Scroll through it again.
That's wrong.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Autopsy
Mute has
report.
I
autopsy
left those
report.
footprints during my morning walk.
So just skip through.
Yeah.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge...
You're talking about the footprints.
It's true, that's an important... And we can thank Mahiru.
What does that mean?
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked
Darn
the
it!
door to the road.
We have the evidence.
Uh,
I left those footprints
One
during
more
my
time.
morning walk.
one
We're not done
more
with Hiyoko. There's still a
time.
huge...
You're talking about
One more
It's true, that's
time.
and we can thank Mahiru for it.
Okay,
What
you ready?
does that mean?
Now you gotta mash.
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to
What?
the road. Thanks to her,
We have the evidence. That's what I left those
Did you
footprints during
miss
my
or was
morning
that?
Yes, I missed. It didn't count.
Because you hit between the words.
It's true, that's an
Oh,
and we
you're
can
so
thank
bad at
Mahiru.
this.
What does that
Look
mean?
at the reticle. It moves when I don't touch it.
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and
I am trying, but it's not good.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death?
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
Why does that trigger you?
No, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer, after all.
Seriously?
So is it going to be
Let's
to match
assume
the
Hiyoko
photo,
is the killer.
or is it
Wouldn't
going
that
to
mean
be
she's also the one who dragged the
to
body?
make someone
It's
suspect?
to match the photo, I think.
Yeah, but which piece of evidence are they gonna go for? The iron
If she
barred
handled
window
the
or
body
that?
that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was...
But my question is, what's she doing here if she wasn't here? I'm so confused about what she's doing here.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer!
Why don't you just, you know, be honest for like 10 seconds? It makes our jobs much easier.
Objection!
We haven't decided.
Oh, we gotta do the sword thing.
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That
He's gonna
little
go Super
bitch
Saiyan.
is definitely the killer!
Was he the one hiding in the closet?
Okay. Sure. Ah.
Don't know what it is.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Woo!
If Hyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside after she moved
The shower room
body.
doesn't work.
She just washed it off in the shower.
Darn it, I went off of it.
The fact that Hyoko was at the beach house can be proven. Did you get all that, you bastard?
Darn it, I did the wrong thing.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house.
How do I use it?
After
Ah,
she
I
moved the
forgot
body.
how to use it. I forgot how everything in this game works. / in the direction I press. Yeah.
Fire Truth Blade Y.
Why? Okay.
She just washed it off in the shower. The fact that Hyoko
I know!
It was
prints in the sand.
right.
Did you get all that, you bastard?
Yes, 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 yes.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
Allow me to cut through those words.
This
Finally.
is a stupid minigame, okay?
This hurts so much.
Impossible.
And we will figure out what happens after this stupid minigame next time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. Hi there. It's the end of the video, my friend. Hit the bell if it was okay. I'm sure I'll make good content someday. I'll play some games or do some drawing, Pokemon and fights with darling, video essays and reviews. I couldn't do it without you, so thanks, like and subscribe.